Did you know that Merida has experienced 50 days of 100+ degree Fahrenheit temperatures since March 7th? And it's forecasted by June 9th, we will hit a total of 64 days over 100 degrees. But what does this mean for your daily life in Merida and your electric bill, especially if you're a remote worker? What is good, MexitPlanners? In this video today, we're gonna dive into how hot it is in Merida and how the intense heat impacts your electric bill, power outages, and your ability to work online. Stay tuned for some super valuable tips and insights. Let's get it. First, let me say that Merida has two seasons, hot and oppressive. The oppressive season starts in late April, and May is typically the hottest month of the year, and this May is not disappointing. Last year, June was the hottest month, and it was, several days of well over 100 degrees. Every day in May for 2024 has been over 100 degrees, with the hottest day in May reaching 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The regular hot season in Merida begins from October to March. In October to March, it's hot, but it feels more spring-like to us after getting out of 100+ degree temperatures. You will definitely notice a difference in your electric bill in the cooler months. And let me give you a pro tip. If you're considering living in Merida, Mexico, try to visit in May. Merida has two natural barriers to protect against people moving here in droves: mosquitoes and the heat. If you can survive living in Merida in May, the rest of the year is smooth sailing. As the temperatures rise in May, so does the reliance on air conditioning and fans, leading to a significant increase in electricity consumption. Take a look at my CFE bill from 2022 all the way through the current period in 2024. This current billing cycle for me begins 8 months of high electric consumption. My CFE bill is charged every 2 months, so my next 4 bills will be the highest 4 of the year. The current bill was 9,100 pesos, or around $550 at the current exchange rate, for 2,948 kilowatts of electricity for 2 months, from March 23rd to May 23rd. Now, I've been in this house for 3 years, so I have the benefit of knowing what my electricity usage should be so that there are a few surprises. I use AI and ChatGPT to anticipate my costs for the year, and I will spend about $3,600 total for the year, or about $300 per month, provided that there are no weird deviations in electrical usage. Now, we use our AC in any room that we occupy, generally starting at around 11 a.m. during the hottest months. We also run 1 to 2 air conditioning units every night, every day of the year. So to be honest, I'm perfectly fine with paying $225 to $400 per month for electricity during the hottest periods of the year. We definitely use our ACs because compromising on comfort isn't it. If you wanted to keep your electric bill down, here's a few things that you can do to manage your CFE electricity costs. First, keep your thermostat set to a moderate setting like 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 24 Celsius on the remote control or on the AC unit if your unit is in Celsius. Also, I recommend using ceiling fans to circulate the air in the room. Having your thermostat set really low makes the unit work harder to get to that low temperature. And quite honestly, when it's 100 degrees outside, 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit feels really cold. Also, I recommend that you invest in inverter AC units, which draw less energy over time and work less to maintain the temperature. While inverter AC units are more expensive initially, we're talking a few thousand pesos difference, the savings in electricity is dramatic compared to traditional units. For those people that are just moving to Merida and looking to find your new home, look for a house with well-established trees and lots of natural shade. Homes exposed to direct sun are way harder to cool in this heat, and they really become like ovens because the concrete cement heats up during the day and that heat is just radiating inside. One pro tip that we use is that we split our AC units across our 2 meters. My house has 2 electrical meters. The units that we use at night are on 1 meter, and the units that we use during the day are on a different meter. By splitting the usage between the casita meter and the main house meter, the casita never exceeds the excessive range, and it allows us to keep our costs down. I definitely recommend that each year, maybe even twice a year, that you get your AC units completely serviced. Have them cleaned, have your hoses inspected, and have them retaped. This is extremely important because it keeps your units working efficiently. and so that they're not having to work really hard. These units get pretty dirty throughout the year, and they build up mold because of all the moisture and things of that nature. So having your units cleaned periodically is super important. I would definitely recommend before you move into a new place that you make sure that the landlord has had the units cleaned like recently, or have them cleaned just before you move in. Last thing I would recommend is definitely invest in a few good hammocks. Most bedrooms here have hammock hooks, and when the power goes out at night and there's no AC or fans, hammocks do the trick. It's very common for people that are from here to sleep in hammocks. When in Yucatan, do what the Yucatecos do. Now, many people swear by solar panels, and honestly, I can see the value in having them over the long haul. I would invest in solar panels if I plan to be in this house for the next 15 to 20 years. However, to cover my electrical needs with solar panels today, it would cost me over $10,500 US. It would take me roughly 3 years to break even on my investment in those solar panels at the current exchange rate. Perhaps I will consider solar panels for my next home, but for now, I'm perfectly happy with my current predictable expenses. One reality of living in the tropics is the cost of the hot and sunny weather. Another issue that is very difficult for a lot of immigrants to Yucatan is power outages. Many immigrants here work remotely. The increased demand for electricity can strain the power grid, creating blackouts. This year, with all the 100+ degree temperatures, I've definitely noticed more complaints than previous years about power outages in the central area of Merida and areas that are developing outside of the Periférico, like Cholul and Cancao. We've been very fortunate to only experience minor disruptions of 5 to 10 minutes on a few days. Normally, it's more like 30 to 60 seconds for us when the power goes out before it's restored. However, I definitely think we are the exception. I live very close to a power substation, and I think that my house might be actually located on 2 different portions of the power grid. I don't know this for sure, but we've never been without power for extended times except during the tropical storm when all the power was intentionally cut. One key thing to point out is that solar panels don't typically help with power outages. Very few homes have battery packs installed with their solar panels because batteries go bad here in this climate, in this humidity, very quickly. Heck, all batteries go bad here fast, even in your remote controls. So we keep a lot of extra batteries in storage in our house. No power generally means no internet. I made a video last year of one of the methods I use to keep working during a power outage using the GL iNet Slate 1800 router. Check it out in the link above and also in the description notes below. One key item that is super critical to have in order to keep working is an uninterruptible power supply, or UPS. I recently had to replace one of my UPSs because the battery had died. Go figure. But having a UPS on your computer and internet router can provide you with a few additional minutes to save your work or gracefully transition to your backup travel router / cellular hotspot for internet. Check out the previous video that I mentioned to learn more about this setup. I also do keep several backup power banks in case I need to keep going and keep things powered up. The link in the description below is an affiliate link with several of the products that I recommend and use. The heat in Merida not only makes it uncomfortable to go about your day-to-day activities after 11 and between 6, but it also impacts your budget and your ability to earn a living for remote workers. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you live here in Merida, please share your experiences with managing the heat. Until next time, MexitPlans Monty, just north of the sun. I'm out.